Ghana's security and defense forces have taken up positions along the border with Burkina Faso following weeks of terrorist violence in nearby communities of the neighboring country. The terrorists were said to have launched their attacks targeting pro-government militia forces who were recently recruited to support the Burkinabe security forces in the fight against terrorism. These attacks in the southeastern Boulgo province have pushed hundreds of displaced Burkinabes across the border into Ghana for refuge, raising fears that the militias who are being sought after by terrorists might have joined the fleeing civilians to Ghana. My colleague Eliasa Tanko has more.
Over the past 2 weeks, increasing jihadist aggressions in southeastern Burkina Faso have pushed hundreds of Burkinabes across the border into Ghana. These displaced Burkinabes are said to have come from communities in the Zouaga department, where armed men linked to the Jnim terrorist group have since the beginning of this year allegedly launched coordinated attacks targeting the security and defense forces, including the civilian auxiliary forces known as VDPs or Kugluego. The terrorists were said to have attacked the border communities of Zerboko, Yoga, Zebere and Zoga, where they looted and in some cases set ablaze a police station and also ordered the people to end any cooperation or collaboration with the state security forces or face collective punishment the next time they return. Panicked by the terrorist invasion, these Burkinabes decided to flee to Ghana for protection, with most of them arriving in the Upper East Regional border village of Wenaba near Zebila in the Boku West municipality.
They came to a place called Zerboko. There's a mining place where they came on Friday. Before the Friday prayer, they occupied the place, according to what he heard from the people. And they have guns, they have motorbikes and everything. They talk to the people that want those who have the guns, that they heard that there are some people here have collected the guns. They want them and the soldiers. They are holding guns, killing people, doing whatever they want without persecution or without law. So that is why they came there. And some people tell us that they are killing people and the people are all running, and I also run. And as they come to Widnaba here to save my life and my family's.
According to officials in the region, over 2,000 new arrivals were recorded in the past weeks, in addition to about the same number already in the region since July of last year. This Fulani settlement on the outskirts of Winaba village is one of the locations hosting the displaced Burkinabes. There are about 120 refugees here, mostly women and children, including this 90-year-old woman and weeks-old babies. This 70-year-old woman said she was brought here by her children after the attack by the terrorists.
Okay, I heard that there's a people who come, they're killing people, and my people took me and ran and come and leave me here.
This woman also fled from Zouaga with 14 of her children.
They came there at Zouaga, and we heard that they go and face the soldiers or the police, and they all also run, and they go and burn their police station, and the people from all Zouaga are running, and that's why we also run and come here.
It was observed that the refugees here, since their arrival more than 2 weeks ago, have been sleeping under trees alongside their belongings with no decent shelter. Eliasa Tanko reporting from Wenaba on the border with Burkina Faso for Joy News.
The Upper East Region Security Council held an emergency meeting with top security commanders of the National Special Forces on the ground to reassess the situation along the border. Correspondent Eliasa Tanko, currently at the border, interacted with a top member of the Regional Security Council and has joined us with more. Eliasa, bring us up to speed on this latest development.
Well, what we know is that there is a heightened security along the borders with Burkina Faso. This as a result of the influx of displaced Burkinabés across the border into Ghana. Our understanding is that a Security Council meeting has been held with various stakeholders, including members of the Fulani community in this particular area. And the Security and Defense Forces on the ground, Operation Conquer Fist and Operation Calm Life Men, we understand have begun patrols along the borders, including 9 patrols. And we also understand that there is an arrangement for the forces to get air support if the need arises in that particular area. So yes, there has been an intensification of security activities along the borders following the coming in of Burkinabés who have been displaced by terrorist violence in their communities.
How are the residents taking this? Are they comfortable with the situation?
This is the main concern that residents, especially those in the Winaba community, where we have many of the Burkinabés refugees coming in, are sharing with us. They are overwhelmed by the number of people coming in from the neighboring country. And because of the news that the terrorists are hunting the VDPs or the pro-government militias in the community, and the fears that these government militias could follow these civilians who are fleeing the violence into the country. There are fears that the security should intensify, that these pro-militia government could also find their way into the country. And so the community members who are hosting these refugees, Stapelega, Winaba, Banse, they are all calling for permanent security presence in their communities to ensure that the terrorists will not carry out any inroad operation to chase the pro-government militias who are believed to have followed the fleeing civilians into the country. So there's wide fears. Also, they are also concerned about resources in the area being stressed as a result of the presence of the refugees. Access to water, especially in the Winaba community, has become very scarce. And also food. As we understand, the residents are saying they are running out of food because some of these refugees are their members or their family members who have come in, so they are compelled to give them food. And so the residents are calling for security presence and also supplies, food supplies, as well as shelter for the refugees in the area.
Elias Tanko is our man at the border monitoring this for us. Definitely will bring you more on this. But today...